When you think of the richest person to ever live, your mind might go to someone like Elon Musk or maybe Jeff Bezos or a member of the royal family. I mean, considering all the ways the rich of today figured out how to keep churning out money and growing their wealth, there's no way the richest person to ever live isn't alive today. Well, what if we tell you that the richest man to ever live actually walked this earth 700 years ago in Africa? Crazy, right? Mansa Musa was the ruler of the Kingdom of Mali from 1312 CE to 1337 CE. During his reign, Mali became one of the richest kingdoms of the world. Mansa Musa came to power after the previous king disappeared at sea. He inherited a kingdom that was already pretty wealthy, but his work in expanding trade made Mali one of the wealthiest kingdoms to ever exist. This ancient kingdom spread across parts of modern-day Mali, along with Senegal, the Gambia, Guinea, Nigeria, Chad, and Burkina Faso, among others. You get the gist. It was a massive empire. The ruler of Mali was high among the list of the richest individuals in the world. Musa's wealth is estimated at a worth of today's $4.6 trillion. So basically, he's so rich that it cannot even be accounted for. Rudolf Ware, an associate professor of history at the University of Michigan, explains Musa's riches were so immense that people struggled to describe them. But what did the man do with all this wealth? Mansa Musa developed cities like Timbuktu and Gao into important cultural centers. He also brought architects from the Middle East and across Africa to design new buildings for his cities. Mansa Musa turned the Kingdom of Mali into a sophisticated center of culture and learning. He was a Muslim and made great efforts to establish Islamic learning centers all over the world. You might be thinking, where did this man get the money to do all this? Well, don't worry, because we have you covered. His wealth was a result of his empire's vast natural resources. The West African region was responsible for more than half of the world's salt and gold supply. His riches came from mining significant salt and gold deposits in the Mali Kingdom. Elephant ivory was also another major source of his wealth. You might understand how gold and ivory contributed to Musa's wealth, but salt? Well, you see, back then salt was much more of a commodity. Before the age of the refrigerator and supermarket shelves stocked with seasonings from all over the world, salting was one of the only ways to preserve food and add a little bit of flavor. Salt was worth its weight in gold back then, and Musa's empire supplied half the world with salt. The richest man in the world's 2-year pilgrimage to Mecca between 1324 to 1325 for Hajj is a thing of legend. His journey reportedly included 60,000 men, including 12,000 slaves, who each carried 1.8 kilograms of gold bars, and heralds dressed in silks, who bore gold, staffed, organized horses, and handled bags. Musa provided all necessities for the procession, feeding the entire company of men and animals. In Medina and Mecca, the sudden influx of gold devalued the metal for the next decade. Prices on goods and wares were greatly inflated. To rectify the gold market, on his way back from Mecca, the man borrowed all the gold he could carry from moneylenders in Cairo at high interest. After his return from Mecca, Mansa Musa began to revitalize cities in his kingdom. He brought architects and scholars from all across the Islamic world into his kingdom. With their help, he built mosques and large public buildings in cities like Gao and, most famously, Timbuktu. Under his reign, Timbuktu turned into a major city in the Islamic world, with a university being built there during the 14th century. Due to Musa's investment in Africa and neighboring regions, the reputation of the Mali kingdom grew. The Kingdom of Mali reached its greatest extent around the same time, a bustling, wealthy kingdom thanks to the king's expansion and administration. After his death in 1337, the Empire of Mali was succeeded by Musa's sons. At the time of his death, he left his empire at incredible heights. The economy was booming and the administration was as strong as ever. But eventually, the empire fell apart. Mansa Musa still remains ingrained in the imagination of the world as a symbol of immense wealth. And hey, before you go, don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing stories like this one. We'll see you next time with a new mystery to unravel. Until then, bye.